Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, and I wanted to give you an update of what's been going on. First off, I'm rebranding the channel slightly to Overtime Sessions. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm finding myself going into deeper dives on stories that I want to cover, and I want to discuss them and give my perspective on the topics rather than just giving you the information. These will be longer episodes, hence why I'm changing it to sessions, because that's what each episode is going to be. A session. Now, these sessions will cover past sports stories, like the first outdoor hockey game involving an NHL team, which is my most popular video. I highly recommend you guys to watch that video. I'll leave the link at the end of this video. And I'll talk about past controversies. I'll cover late round draft successes as well as first round busts. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to start this channel, was to show players who weren't drafted high but had long and successful careers. I think a lot of these players don't get enough recognition, and I want to showcase their careers. I'll also talk about the what ifs in almost all the stories I cover. In my latest videos, I've always seemed to be drawn to finding out the what ifs and what would be the projections of the situation I'm discussing. And I'll talk about the sports stories that are happening currently or that don't get enough attention. But before I release new sessions with you, I want to give you a background of who I am as a sports fan and who I root for. So if you don't know, my name's Dylan. I'm from Tampa, Florida. I do support the local teams here. However, my loyalty is to the Detroit teams. My whole family is from Michigan. I have family and friends all over the state, including in the UP. My first team that I rooted for was the Detroit Red Wings. They are my number one team of all sports out there. I know we haven't made the playoffs in a while, and I'm hoping with the Yzer plan that will end soon. But I will say I have had a wonderful childhood when it comes to the Wings, having to see them win 4 Stanley Cups in my lifetime. So that's awesome to say, because there's a lot of fans who haven't seen their team win a cup in their lifetime. Look at the Maple Leafs. Nothing since 1967. That brought me joy in saying that. I do like the Lightning. It's really weird for me to like a team that's in the same division as the Red Wings, but if you didn't know, they weren't always in the same division. When I was born and for most of my life, the Red Wings were in the Western Conference, and that sucked, and to me really didn't make sense because they are Eastern time zone state, but it sucked because especially during the playoffs when we would have to play a team out west and the games wouldn't start until after 10, so that sucked. But growing up, I had an Eastern Conference team and a Western Conference team to root for, but now that they are in the same division, I don't root for the Lightning as much as I would have in the past. When it comes to football, root for the Lions. Even when Tom Brady went to Tampa, I stuck with the Lions because I had expectations and I wanted to make sure they were met. But Lions have had such a great turnaround under Motor City Dan Campbell, who I could have not asked for a better coach for this team. For baseball, I love the Tigers. Miguel Cabrera is my favorite hitter ever. He was really the best. He hit the ball everywhere. And I'm happy that they have had their turnaround and become one of the top teams in baseball, and that we have one of, if not the best pitcher in baseball in Scoble. I do like the Rays though, even though they always get rid of their players when they become really good, but they always seem to put a good team together. And they draft really well, and it seems to work for them. So that's me as a sports fan. I have a lot of topics to discuss, and I can't wait to share them all with you. I hope you'll provide me some feedback on each session I'll do. I plan on doing a minimum of 2 sessions a week. Might catch a 3rd session if there's time, but 2 a week would most likely be good to expect. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed this direction of the channel, and I'll catch you next time in Overtime.